So you decided to put in the effort and learn German to increase your chances on the job market. But what German level do you need to find a good job? Find out in this week's video. Hey, this is Petra with Wanderlust, helping you to move abroad and create an outstanding abroad experience. Because that's what you want, right? Not only to survive in the new country, but also to thrive. And if that's something you want to do, then make sure to subscribe to my channel for new videos every Tuesday. Last week I got a question from Anna and she writes, I just graduated from the Wirtschaftsuniversität Wien and I'm currently looking for a job here in Austria. I have strong work experience in corporate retail, but only B2 level German, or C1 with many grammar mistakes. Smiley face. What level of German do you think most companies expect from applicants? Will companies ask for OSD tests as proof of knowledge? I'm excited to follow your channel for more great tips. First of all, Anna, thank you so much for your question and your lovely comment. And I'm pretty sure other people who are applying for jobs in Austria might be asking themselves the same question. So this is really valuable. So first of all, I'm quite confident that you have already an advantage having finished your studies here in Austria. And let's be honest, B2 is already pretty good. Now, officially the OSD B1 certificate should be a sufficient evidence of proficiency in German and should therefore also improve your chances of success on the job market. But of course, the job search itself pretty much depends on the industry you're looking in, the profession, and of course the needs in the job market. And I'm happy to share my experience from both sides. So as an applicant and someone who had to take on the first job working in German, and as someone who is hiring people in my own team. So as you, I also did study in Germany though, and I got a job as an intern, and it was in a team that consisted purely of Germans. The good thing about it was that I got to practice German a lot. The moment I got my first full-time job as an account manager, which means taking care of the customer but also do cold calls, things got tough. And I was at a C1 level back then, but I would still do quite many mistakes in writing, like for instance in emails. And I even got some pretty harsh feedback from my boss back then. But back to the question. So you can see that as long as you don't communicate externally with clients or suppliers, everyone's kind of chilled. But the moment you start to talk to the customer, all eyes are on you. So my experience now as someone who also hires people only confirms that. So we also had a colleague who we hired that didn't have a perfect German, but we hired her mostly because it was rather an assistant position. So even though she didn't speak perfect German, it would be still okay in the context. On the other hand, we had a colleague that we hired that could speak a pretty good German, but after some months we realized that it still wasn't enough because he had to do cold calls and actively sell. Also, I never look for certificates when screening the CVs. Of course, that's how I do it, and I cannot talk for every recruiter, but I could tell based on the quality of your motivational level and your CV how good your German really is. And if the profile fits the position, I would simply invite you for an interview, and the moment we talk, I would already know where you stand. So my advice would be, first get your CV checked by a native speaker. It already increases your chances to get invited for an interview. Now second, once you get invited for the interview, see how you feel. What is required from you and what you can truly deliver. I know you should challenge yourself, but also make sure not to overwhelm yourself. And the third, once you get the job, please don't be ashamed to ask for help from your native speaking colleagues. Like, for instance, checking your email. You know, I've been living in German-speaking countries for 7 years now, and I still do it. So, you know, I would say learning a German is a process, and like with every language, it is a lifelong endeavor. Now, I hope that helps, and I wish you all the best for your job search, and I'm pretty sure you will be great. Also, do you have any other questions? Let me know. I love to answer them. Also, if you're not in Austria yet and about to move, make sure to check out our free guide on how to move to Austria with some amazing tips around visa, housing, and more. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week on Boundaryless.